Hello everybody, ShroominMists here.
And I'm Ceranio.
Thank you for joining us in another episode of Home on ShroominMists Gaming. Okay, we're gonna try to wrap up this ending and then see how far we can go with different endings or with the second playthrough of this, because before we started this episode, we took a peek at the achievements just to see if we were anywhere near like the ending of the game, but there's so much more we haven't uncovered and still so much more that we haven't done.
Yeah.
So it's not really the end.
No. Not really. It was clear at last that I had been the one going back to that factory. I must have been sleepwalking or something, but what the hell was I doing there? I had given up drinking, hadn't I? So, what was going on in that boarded up room? Suddenly, my stomach started to turn. Was I responsible for that dead guard? After the factory, I thought I might find some solace if I could just get to Norman's store. But all I had found there were more horrors and more questions. Now that I really consider it, that's when I should have seen it coming. Damn, Norman. How did you get mixed up in all this? I know you weren't a perfect man. None of us were. None of us are. But you didn't deserve this. Maybe whoever had done you in was responsible for the other murders that happened in that town. At the very least, I was convinced that you and Rachel were killed by the same person. I sincerely hoped you would find some peace, my friend. I knew I never would. When I marched through the rain towards home, I desperately clung to the hope that this would end. And I guess in a way it did, but how could I have known how hopeless it all was? I'd started to feel disoriented as when I sleepwalked. As when I sleepwalked. To think of it now, our house used to feel so lively, so warm. But coming into the kitchen, I only felt a cold, empty tension. Every terrible thought I had up to that point was suddenly a possibility, but nothing could have prepared me. My wife, dead, ruined, discarded. Rachel's death was a terrible mystery to me, one that would haunt me forever unless I did something about it. For what solace can a man take in the death of his wife? What comfort can be offered? Rachel had been taken from me, and I might never know why. As I swung open the door and stepped out into the air, I caught the scent of wet grass and fog. Rachel, my beautiful wife. Just the thought of her again, cold and inert, shook me from head to toe. What would I do now? Who could I turn to? It would only be a matter of time before the police got involved, before neighbors knew. The front lawn was soft and giving beneath my feet. I couldn't shake the urge that I shouldn't stand there, but rather that I should run. Wow. Hey, we just earned one of the achievements we looked at a bit ago.
We just kind of slipped on out of there.
Well, that does it for one playthrough of this game, and we have 10 minutes left. So what you want to do? Home is dedicated to my wife, Nancy. Watch your back. Okay, well...
What does that mean?
I think that means that he's the killer. That's what that means to me, anyway. Why else would you put watch your back in there?
Playthrough number 2?
Sure. All I remembered at that point was finding myself alone. Oh, my head. Where was I? It was so dark. There was something by my feet. A flashlight.
I feel like we shouldn't pick anything up.
You want to not pick anything up this time?
Well... Wait. Maybe we can go in the opposite direction?
What do you mean?
Like, you know... how you went down through the basement?
Yeah.
Yeah, open the door.
Because that's Norman's store.
We didn't explore this house completely, did we?
No, let's go ahead and explore it this time. I noticed that my limb doesn't move down the stairs. How did I hurt my leg? I wondered. All I could really recall was coming home, seeing Rachel. I was upset. She looked afraid. I shook my head and tried to clear it. I knew I should head downstairs, try to find a way out.
Okay, so is this our house or just a house?
It kind of looks like our house. Maybe. The shelf when the blah 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 blah.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Like, we've been... Oh, look at this.
Do you want to take it?
Yeah, sure.
An old dining table clutter covered in dirty dishes for 2 people. There were dozens of beer cans and other liquor bottles among the dishes. The smell was turning my stomach.
Okay, this guy has a lot of alcohol in his house.
Yeah.
Maybe he was the one... Oh.
Yeah, free him.
How about it's not this time?
Why not? Why though?
Just to see if there's...
Aw.
I just want to try to do things differently this time around.
Okay.
I'm sorry if I'm going through some of the text pretty fast.
That's okay.
Okay, well, to the audience. But, we've been through this before. And I want to try to get through the second playthrough a bit more quickly. Oh. Cat had got to the mousey.
Oh. That was a click for that switch. Let's not go down this time. Let's explore the house completely. If we can.
Yeah. So I searched up... That's open now.
Yeah. There were sheets of paper all over the kitchen table. It looked like a series of names were written down, but they were too smudged to read. I could only make out a few of the notes. Key card, locker, last one, I promise. It didn't make much sense at the time. It looked like hell. My clothes were dirty and torn, and there was mud caked all over my shoes. This does look like their house, doesn't it, though?
Yeah.
The bathroom was spotless. Everything had been wiped to a sheen. I wondered if it was the man's wife who did the cleaning, or him.
This isn't our house.
There was a photo development tray lying on the floor. Some leftover negatives were sticking out, but they were still pretty blurry. I thought I saw what looked like treetops. The front door was blocked by a pile of furniture. I knew I had to find another way out.
Oh, so do I have to go through the sewers?
Maybe. The box looked heavy. Ugh, excuse me. My bad. I looked again at the photo I found in the house. The couple looked distant, like they didn't want to be in the same picture. I wondered where the wife was. My leg was in terrible shape, but I had to get out. Footprints in the dirt.
It's okay, we don't need to read over this stuff again, but I'm just clicking on it so the guy knows.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Take it. Yeah, let's take it this time. And we can leave that knife alone, probably, since we have the gun this time. That's the list. Corrosive? Oh, look at, we didn't look at those before.
Rusted hooks like the kind you'd find in a butcher hung from the ceiling. They looked pitted and worn from heavy use. That man upstairs, did he do this?
Probably.
Maybe.
There looked to be bones half dug into the ground, and the remains looked old. The faded clothes that stuck up amongst the dirt looked familiar. They looked like the clothes that woman was wearing in the photo I found. Where was this man's wife?
Was this the man's wife?
Oh.
Oh no. What did he do?
I don't know. But this dude's sleepwalking could account for a number of things. You threw him out in your sleep, bro.
Or did he?
It seems very likely that he did. Do we want to try jumping down this time?
No.
No. Okay, I heard whispering that time too.
Oh, you didn't hear it last time?
No, I heard it before. I was just saying I heard it again. And we are running out of time for this episode. Well, okay, so we got one ending, so there are obviously multiple endings. If you want us to do more than one ending, let us know. And like, comment, and subscribe, you know, that whole thing. Check out our Facebook page and reach out to us. We love to hear from you guys.
Yeah, we'll try to unlock all the endings that we can, because I would love to see all of them.
Yeah, I would too.
But
we'll have to continue this in the next episode.
Yeah, in the next episode, buddy.
Alright.
Hold on. Let me just get through all the text. Okay, in the next episode, everybody.